Hey guys, welcome back to Six Quantum Bridge Podcast. This is your host, analyst, and researcher Bernadette. You're listening to the 2025 Marathon Podcast, Most Shared Podcast, and Rising Star Podcast. You're about to find out why. So, Sabrina Carpenter, 5'0" of pure troublemaker. I'm going to have to really go in on this one, and I don't think I'm going to need that long to go into it. Basically, I just have this to say to her. Thanks a lot, you dummy. Thanks a lot. Because you know what people are going to do up at the top? They're going to use this as an opportunity to change how our freedoms are structured now. This is how Sharia law bleeds into. It's not going to be a full dam breaking. It's going to be a little crack in the system. And you, Sabrina Carpenter, you just handed them the segue into doing that. Thanks a lot, you big dummy. I mean, there's nothing big about you. You're 5'0" of troublemaker. But now, our freedoms are going to be destroyed because you wanted to make a point of how you didn't like how somebody was celebrating being at your concert. First of all, I know that the takes that I have on this podcast could be a bit controversial, but I have to say this. Even though I've been exposing Sharia law, those people that were what you were calling yodeling, that's not yodeling, okay? I'm from New York. There's a big Muslim community here. I happen to know that is how they celebrate. Wherever they are, that's how they celebrate. That's how the women celebrate. And it's not a negative thing. So by you using your concert to publicly shame a group of people that paid their money to see you like everybody else, listen, I'm against Sharia law, but I also know how to separate the two. I know how to separate the threat of Sharia law and also separate that from a group of women that wanted to see another woman perform. And you publicly shame them. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm Puerto Rican. What if me and my group would have been saying, Wepa? What if a Greek group would have been saying, Oppa? There are different groups that use different cries to convey the fact that they are celebrating, that they are having a good time. Don't you want people to have a good time at your show? You won't make any money if they're not having a good time at your show. You just handed the government an excuse for the extremist group to start lobbying for anti-discrimination laws because you had to open your fucking mouth. You couldn't just let those women just celebrate the way they were going to celebrate. Different groups in that auditorium, on that stage, were probably doing their different calls, their different cries. But you had to make it a point. Again, I will reiterate. I'm against Sharia law and I will expose it. But, however, Muslim Americans are allowed to go to American shows and celebrate. They like your music. But now by you doing what you did, you made it an excuse and a segue for the extremists that are for Sharia law to claim racism, to claim this is against the Muslim community, and they're going to be lobbying like hell now to change laws. Thanks a lot, Sabrina. Thanks the fuck a lot. You're a dummy. You thought you were being edgy. All you did was be a catalyst for our destruction. You're a Trojan horse. You see, there's something called performative sensitivity in the media, and it leads to fanatical legislation in the real world. When we overcorrect for a celebrity's dummy moment, we end up mandating submission to frequencies that don't even like us. Like I said, this is not going to be a long episode, maybe 5-10 minutes of your time. Excuse me. But enough time for you to realize and do some research. And Sabrina just fucked up. She fucked up. You see, that K-pop star, I think she's a K-pop star, I forget her name. She handled it correctly. The same undulation cry was at one of her concerts, and she just let them celebrate the way they were going to celebrate. Now, is the whole auditorium going to start doing that? No. But there are sections according to what the nationality is of the group. For instance, and to reiterate, Puerto Rican, we say huepa. Greeks, they say opa. Okay? Other groups might say something else. Listen, a group of Mexican Americans might have their own cry. Okay? You can't stop people from celebrating the fact that they're there, seeing you, one of their favorite artists, and you making a mockery of them on a public sphere. How did you think you were not going to get backlash? But, I mean, once this starts to fizzle down, there's going to be fanatics now that are going to take this discrimination to legislation, to change laws. Thanks a lot, Sabrina. You're a fucking idiot. Dummy.